Shout out to the Video Game Fight School community. Somebody sent me this interview with a timestamp at the 46-minute and 50-second time frame with Sean Layden talking about the, gaming industry and so on and so forth. So Kiwi Talks, this gentleman here, the YouTuber that runs this channel, asked Sean Layden a question about the new generation of kids and the media that they interact with and how that actually influences the gaming industry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I play his response for you, I really must, in this particular situation, slightly toot my horn. Because, again, with so-called hyper PlayStation fanboys, you can't hear yourself think if you have to listen to them, right? So this is why I shut them out. I blocked some of them. Because just the other day, I made 2 videos, almost back to back. One of them I titled, Xbox is playing the long game and encroaching into or advancing into PlayStation's domain. The second one I named, Xbox wants to suck player attachment from PlayStation. When you go look at the comments on these videos, you're going to see some real brain dead stuff. For example, those single comments that say, this is copium. This is the example of copium. You PlayStation guys, you Xbox guys, all you do is cope and blah, 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 blah. But then Sean comes on this interview. The one thing that keeps going around is the statement where he says, well, there are some similarities between Xbox going multiplat and Sega, which is absolutely a poor comparison. But before that, he said something. I'll play it for you now so that you can hear for yourselves. And now I can basically say those people who were asking me or telling me that I was coping, I hope you realize that you've been trying to avoid reality, and even your former PlayStation boss sees it.
As the younger generations appear to be very entrenched on live service platforms such as Fortnite and Roblox, how do you see the rest of the industry adapting to this as those players get older?
Well, I think any game player who's serious about gaming wants to try different things over time. I mean, we may go way down the rabbit hole and maybe just playing FIFA every day for a year. But as we get older, we want to try different things and new experiences. So I think in time, they will come out and to try other games that are around us. But you're right.
So that's basically his hope and expectation. And there is some reality to that where you play FIFA so much and then you decide that you want to play another game. That literally happened to me. I played FIFA a lot. That's almost all I played. And then I started to expand a little bit, right? There were some reasons and some games that I just could not play at the time. But you can say, yes, this is a fair assessment to an extent.
It's taking up a lot of their time now. It's absorbing a lot of energy from the game market. That's not going to other games that are coming.
Time suck. Okay? Those of you who are talking nonsense. Time suck is what Xbox is going to deliver to PlayStation in droves. Already there are 9 live service games, if you include Forza Horizon, on PlayStation that belong to Xbox. I did a list in a video and I showed y'all. I said, guys, we're looking at Minecraft and Call of Duty and Diablo 4. We're looking at Overwatch 2. We're looking at Sea of Thieves and Grounded. Now Forza Horizon. We're looking at possibly Gears of War, possibly Halo. If these games make their way to PlayStation, Xbox knows exactly what it is that they're trying to put in there. And that is basically a way to absorb sales of PlayStation software if they have access to more of these games that PlayStation players already tell you based on the data that they like to play. Do you see the difference? I went ahead and listened to a few minutes of a podcast just recently, and I made a few videos on it. I am absolutely shocked that so-called PlayStation fans listen to that. This is why many of you, and with all due respect, you're unaware of what's going on in the gaming industry. It's right before your eyes, but you're in this little bubble where all they do is just talk about all this stuff when be underneath your nose right there. And you know it too, because if you fire up your PlayStation, you can see your friends online. Like, you know it. You can see your friends online. You can see what games they're playing. You know that they're playing these games. Like, you're very well aware. You don't need Matt Piscatella's data. All you need to do is just count how many of your friends are playing these live service games when you fire up your PlayStation and look through your friends list. And you'll see exactly what it is that I'm trying to show you, but you refuse to listen because in your mind, you have a one-directional view of the entire console market, and that's the view of your console war conception. Some of you don't realize that Xbox knows how to play chess. This is why they're $1 trillion company. If Sony knew how to play chess, they'd be there too. But they're playing checkers. Sure, they were able to win a console war between themselves and Xbox, but it's not over yet. There are other plays that could actually happen, of which I was trying to show y'all, and all you guys could say, some of you, all you could say was cope.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think, we were talking the other day with another person about how 17-year-olds in 2025 are so different from 17-year-olds in 2005.
For sure.
Guys, I told y'all in other videos, these kids don't care about your Marvel Spider-Man single-player game. They don't care about your God of War single-player games. If you're not playing their games on a Nintendo, many of them are playing these games with their friends, like Fortnite. Right? They're playing these games like, what do you call the name of the other one? Where I can't remember the other one, the Fall Guys. They're playing these games like Roblox. These are the games they're playing. I told y'all, I work with young people, not 17-year-olds. I'm not in this season anyways. My first few years of teaching, I did work with some, 17-year-old kids, even close. But those kids, even them are still different from the 17-year-olds of today, because back then there was no Fortnite. Yes, there was Call of Duty and stuff, but we didn't have the proximity to games that we do now. The Nintendo Switch had not even come out back then. So portable gaming, was basically, in a sense, somewhat dead, because, if you, your Game Boy from back in the day and all that stuff, it was kind of relegated to the old school, DSs and all that stuff. And those kids, that's what they played, right? So most of those kids that were actually the 17-year-olds my first year of teaching, many of them are parents now. They have kids. I'm walking through the store. They're hailing me down. Sir, how you doing? And I'm like, oh my God, they got kids now. What are they buying for their kids? What games are their kids playing? The industry has changed, and I'm not that old. Get out of here. Some of you are like, how old are you? I started teaching when I was really young. Get the flip out of here with that. I see some of you already getting all judgy.
We talk about demographics. Well, this is the 17 to 24 demographic. This is the 32 to 38 demographic. But we got to understand, those definitions which we made 20 years ago really don't apply today. And I think the business is entrenched in some old style demographic marketing, which may have been relevant 15 years ago.
That's y'all, console warriors. That's all of you that are fighting the console war. You and that marketing framework are all entrenched in a decade ago. That's where you guys all sit. Now, perhaps if I wasn't seeing what I'm seeing, I'd probably locked into that frame of mind too. However, the moment we move from don't bring your Nintendo Switch to school to don't bring your cell phone to school or stop playing games on your cell phone, that's when I knew that any traditional means of looking at video games is cooked. Absolutely cooked. When the kids are waiting for buses, they're sitting there on their cell phones playing video games with each other, man. Like before they even launch a console on the school bus, they got data plans for days now. Back in the day, it used to cost money to send a text message. You got a phone plan. When I came to America, I was shocked. You got a phone plan. They were like, yeah, here's your phone plan with 250 text messages. Now, no, man. They have group chats and they're like, hey, man, you want to jump into Dragon Ball Z? You want to jump into Roblox on phone? And all of this stuff that that was a dream. It's kind of stuff you saw in Dexter's Lab when you were growing up. These kids are living it. That's their life. So if you think some console war or more exclusives or, if Xbox would just lock these exclusives is what's going to grow the ecosystems, you are not it's okay. Stay there. I need y'all to actually stay there, but I want you to actually, when you stay there, don't hide though. I want you to come outside so that when everything is starting to, fall in place in front of you, You can easily recognize it. Wow. Interesting stuff, Mr. Layden.
Really got to pull out and take a brand new look at who the gamers are. What are they playing? Why are they playing? I'm sure people are saying, we're doing a lot of that research. Yeah, but are you asking the right questions? It's a different market. I didn't have to compete against TikTok for players' times when I was making games.
Yo, see, guys, this is not just him dropping dimes. We can go on Twitter. We can go see it. What's his name? I bookmarked it for everybody. Oh, look. Look at James ATC. Did we need to tell him Xbox is final? This one is over here console warring. The bullet train is flying past them. That's the thing. I was going to sit quietly and laugh at a lot of these people, but I thought, a lot of people are probably not necessarily, in tune to deal with all of the, the research involved. So let me say something. Matthew Ball, that gentleman that came up with a 200-page analysis. I'm scrolling. Hold on. Maybe I might find it. Maybe not. But Matthew Ball, there it is. When he did his little thing from the gaming industry, the state of video games in 2025, 220 slides, right? One of the things that he mentioned in this presentation, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and see, was that the gaming industry had to deal with external things that sucked up attention, such as TikTok is a page where he actually put that. He put it in one of the, I can't remember the page exactly. So many pages here. So what's going on? There we go. Mobile, social gaming, and all social game services. Where's the thing? He put a thing of stuff that sucks time from people's attention or something like that. You should go read it yourself. You'll find it here. So Sean Layden is not saying anything that is not necessarily known. It's just that for the most part, a lot of people just don't know how to crack the markets. Now, in reality, some of our Western developers know how to crack the markets, but they refuse. They're making games in their own image and not games in the image of the market. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League versus Marvel Rivals. One basically plunges, the other one basically, rises. Why? Well, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they try to piggyback off of a very established core audience. You don't want to do that. Marvel Rivals, a general look. Marvel Rivals is already in the esports in many schools already. The game is already a phenomenon. Once your game enters esports, you already know you have something special here. Now, it depends on the developers if they will foster the game and continue to advance it so it doesn't die out. But it's over. That train, whoop, choo-choo, sailing all over the place.
Games. I'd have to compete against all the social media platforms that were out there at the time. That is the problem because of all the, we think we have infinite money and infinite capabilities and more teraflops than you can shake a stick at. There's still only 24 hours in the day. And that's the biggest competitive field is people's time. And people are very stingy with their time, rightly so. So to get them out of the thing they love doing, you have to present them with something better. And there's just more things to fight against now than there was, 10 years ago.
Okay. He done said what I've been trying to say for days. and see, guys, I've told y'all before, okay? And I made that video a while ago. I said, guys, I don't have to argue with most of you. The execs are doing my bidding. They are arguing on my behalf. Now, all I need to do is update the video that I made. I made a video the other day. There it is. I have a confession to make. I'm showing you guys like this stuff. And I put Shuhei Yoshida's photo. I put Herman Holst. I put Phil Spencer. Now I got to throw Sean Layden in there and then make an updated video to tell me that the reason I body all of these PlayStation hyper fanboys is because I'm using a cheat code. Okay, so I'm recruiting. I've already made Sean Layden's argument weeks and months ago because we all knew this. But now that he said it, I'm going to put him in my Hall of Fame so that whenever anybody comes with me with some silly comment like a cope, like a cope, I will body you easily simply by your own execs admitting exactly what it is that we already know. Shall we continue? Because I know some of you, it's easier for you to jump into, Xbox is going the way of Sega. Sega doesn't have 9 live service games pulling attention and sucking money from PlayStation. If they did, PlayStation would not have the dominance over them. Not this Xbox. This Xbox is not going down. without taking PlayStation with it. So PlayStation has one of two possibilities with Xbox's new approach. If you're a strategist, you already see it. If you're not a strategist and you're 1D thinker, then you're going to be running around with this, my box wars. Number one, they play nice and give their consumers so much value they don't want to leave. Or number two, Xbox continues the domination. That's it. That's it. Because Xbox has basically reached this point with reducing and diminishing console sales. If Xbox does one small thing right to pretty much improve its console sales by a consistent 5% every quarter going on average, that's it. See, that is it. Okay. And I'm sure some of you are going to jump in the comment section and going to seethe. Your business. What do I care about your silly console wars? I'm just here pointing what it is that we all know and we all see. Take it as it is or leave it. Shout out to audience member I for actually putting this stuff out here in front of me. I really got to thank you because, again, when I saw the interview, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to have time. You're over here playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. Shout out to you, fun game. I beat it a while ago. I thought to myself, this is just gold. I'll now take some time to listen to it because it's going to take a while at the end of the day. I didn't even know people were posting in the video discussion Discord server. I don't know. I didn't get any notifications. I don't know why. All right. I'm out, guys. I got to go. Thanks for watching. Peace out.